right, Shalom. For the brothers of Great Millstone, the branch out of Des Moines. First and foremost, we want to give all praises out of glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Kakadash.
Double honor to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to all you brothers preaching the gospel and truth and sincerity, all in charity. Another episode of Spirit Like the Wind. You know, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, as always, but putting your spirit on us to push forth these lessons, as always, man. You know, to be able to perform his works, to be able to be in this right mindset, to be in the sound mind during this time that's happening, man. You know, hey, without this knowledge, man, hey, I'll probably be with these niggas, man, running in fucking stores, man, grabbing shit. You know what I'm saying? But the Wadi Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, that he's giving us the eyesight, man. That he took us out of that beastly state. See, the people that's out here is beasts, man. You know, but it's a beautiful thing. Witnessing prophecy. You know, what's that? Brother know it off top. Yahweh Shah said, what will I if it be already kindled? Bible shot, you know?
I got it.
Because it's a whole lot of chaos, a whole lot of shit burning, shit being looted, and destruction going on in America, which is only going to increase and get worse. But you got it.
Luke 12:49. I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it already be kindled?
So he's saying it's already going to be fire. Fire is kindling before he even get here, man. You know, he said, what will I, meaning, oh, how I wish. And that's exactly what's going to happen, man. You know, Babylon is going down in great violence, man. It's not only talking about the destruction that's coming upon this place, but what, man? It's going to be chaos in this place before the missiles are shot off. You know, people going to be starving, man. People going to be fighting against each other. It's going to be a police state, martial law, concentration camps, man. Hey, it's going to be all types of chaos going on according to the Holy Scriptures.
Race wars.
Yeah, you know, but hey, we see that brewing now. You know, we see that brewing now. You know,
this is Revelations 18:21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more at all.
Right. No, of course, that's talking about what? How this place is going to be destroyed by the nuclear missiles, man. But
on its way out.
Look, hey, how did Rome go down, man?
Right.
You know, it went down with aggressive street teaching, which is that's the prophets, man. That's what happened when Rome fell, right? The money was getting weaker, the infrastructure was decayed. Same thing as America, right? They army was stretched thin. They was allowing women into positions of leadership. And the Israelites was out there prophesying the salvation, man. And it's the same thing that's happening today. But
this is Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne.
And we're seeing the beginning of this, man. We're seeing the beginning of America being brought down, you know? And it's beautiful to see. We can see these Edomites are divided. You know, like Yahweh Shah said, a house divided cannot stand. If Satan be divided against Satan, his kingdom can't continue, man. So we're witnessing the downfall of our enemies right before our face. And the brother grabs the rock 25:7. You got it out.
It says, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
And people looking at America for who it is, man. You got what of you brothers said they protesting in where overseas?
Oh, Berlin.
You know, they protesting in Berlin, man. Protesting in Berlin, you know. I know I seen a clip where Jake's in London protesting, and they're not even here in America,
right?
You know. So people ain't what they had Babylon had a mentality of that's where you can go and make it. That's where you can go and be equal. Well, no, they seeing that America's a piece of shit, man. You know, and America will be touched, but you got it.
I'm gonna jump down to verse 7. It says, okay, just read down. Okay, verse 2. It says, take the millstones and grind mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers.
And that's what, man. That's Esau being exposed, man. You know, that's his what did the Lord say? Shameful spewing on his glory, man. Now we're seeing Esau eat him for the treacherous, wicked, evil, conniving devil that he is, man. That's another one in Nahum 3. You know, it speaks about lifting the skirt. It says in I want to say it's Jeremiah and Obadiah, if I'm not mistaken. It says that Esau shall no longer be able to hide himself, man. Mm-hmm. So now this devil is exposed. You know, his shame is being seen, right? When a woman's skirt get blown, that should be a shame. Not in America though. Right. You got these hoes flaunting their nakedness just out there. That's shameful, man. You know.
Real quick, Nahum 3:5. Behold, I am against thee, said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame.
That's it. And the kingdoms thy shame, man. So somebody seeing your neck, you seeing a woman's neck, that's a shame. You know, Esau being made bare, lifting the skirt. But this place knows no shame, man. Look at these Nick, man. Go ahead, man.
It says, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vile. And
that's the beautiful thing about it, man. Because it irritated me just the mindset that these niggas in, but it's beautiful, you know, because the Lord gave them over to that, man. And it's a beautiful thing to witness prophecy and see these things taking place, you know. Because just like how Esau being exposed and being brought down, man, you niggas is going down with him, man. That whole idolatrous mentality, man, is dying when our Lord Yahweh shall come, you know? Because it's going to be completely eradicated out of Israel, you know? But go ahead, man.
Yep, it says, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vile and will set thee as a gazing stock. Mm-hmm. It says, and it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comfort for thee?
Right, and that's the destruction that's going to come upon America, man. You know.
And if I can add too, because with all these riots and protests that are happening, like this is the information age and technology is increasing. All right, like it says in Daniel, knowledge shall increase. So now you can easily catch Esau doing his wickedness and his madness, the hypocrisy. And now all the nations are seeing it. Like we were going over different clips and talking about these things that are happening in these protests, but Jake is catching Esau spraying Black Lives Matter on things to blame it on Jake. And it's not just us that see it, like the whole world is seeing these things. And they're looking at it like, oh, you niggas is a bunch of hypocrites.
The bricks are prepared for these protesters. Right. Why is it just piles of bricks waiting for them? Oh, they just know that, oh, that's where they protesting. Right. There's just a pile of bricks everywhere these people was protesting at, man.
Right.
A brother posted it earlier. It's called the broken glass theory.
Oh, yep.
It's called the broken glass theory. And the theory is that when people see broken glass, it entices more chaos, man. It's like a symbol of of destruction or chaos. Mm-hmm. You know, it's Salaki, I'm not quoting it as the thing says, you know. But that's what Esau's doing, man. Just to add to the brother, they recorded the one Edomite breaking the glass, man. And then the Jake confronted him. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, what you doing, man? What you doing? He kept walking off, and the Jake tried to fight him. Right. You know, which the Jake really didn't want to fight. He said, somebody hold my blunt. Nigga, if you want to, man, you wouldn't really want to fight, nigga. Right. But, you know, the point is that Esau was knocking breaking the glass, man. Yeah. So in all these places that people is rioting and protesting, you know, that's Esau provoking. That's those agent provocateurs. These motherfuckers be out there, what? 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, they out there. Wouldn't you just start? Fuck it. Why are we protesting? Let's loot some shit. Let's break some shit. Let's fuck some shit up. But no, these people really protesting. Right. And then what? Esau got his little agents in there to do what, man? Start fucking some shit up which entices everybody else, man. Right. It says that the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduces them, man. You know, but
I just got that theory. Broken windows theory.
More excellent than his neighbor, not more righteous, but excellent. But it's like, I was just thinking about the scripture. Go ahead.
It says broken windows theory. Signs of disorder like broken windows, litter, and graffiti induce other types of disorder and petty crime.
Yep. So it increases it, man. Yeah. For more lawlessness, you know.
All right. Just like the brother said, and the graffiti. Because if you go downtown and right here in Des Moines, you see them putting fuck the police, FAP, whatever.
Fuck 12.
Yeah, all of that. You know what I'm saying? That, you know. So. Yeah. It just shows that that's what it is, man.
Esau wants this. All right, it's called Order Ab Ko. All right, order out of chaos. So he has to cause chaos so that he can further implement his new world order. That's his whole agenda, and nobody sees it. You niggas at the least got these people wrapped around their finger, man. As soon as they open up the quarantine, they make niggas go riot so that they can shut it all back down anyway.
Right.
Now they got curfews out here, man. Out here in Des Moines, Iowa, they got a 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew until further notice, man.
Right.
And niggas is out there rioting right now, man, breaking into the malls. This is in Iowa, mind you.
Right.
All right, niggas is going crazy.
No, just that we was just watching it live.
Right.
You know, streaming live on the local news. Niggas out there catching them walking out with shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not giving a motherfuck. Like they running out of Foot Locker, no mask. It's like, nigga, I'm seeing you on the news right now, running out of, and you just, I'm just seeing you take it, and you don't give a fuck.
Don't you know I see you? Damn.
You got more on that?
No.
Okay, Carl.
I got another one.
Go ahead.
All right, this is Psalm 64, and I'll start at 2. It says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity."
Mm-hmm. And that's Esau and his trickeries, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That we not ignorant of his devices.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because that's the elite's plan.
Mhm.
Like the brother said, order out chaos. Order out of chaos, man. You know?
It says, "Who wet their
Esau
tongue."
gotta create a state of panic.
Yeah.
Emergency.
Right? So when he introduces his way, you're gonna take it willingly, like, because you're gonna look at it as comfort, man.
Mhm.
And that's how that's his deception. You know, so you got it.
It says, "Who wet their tongue like a sword."
Mm-hmm. Sharpen. They sharpen their tongue like a sword, man. You know?
It's a weapon. They use it as a weapon. You know?
And that's through their media, you know. All right, the different things that they push out in the media and so on and so forth. Like I saw this I had watched this video where this woman was going into how, it was Lisa Cabrera actually, but she was going into how they were saying that Jake, or the so-called Negroes, are known for getting the COVID-19 the most and so on and so forth. And that's what the media has been pushing. But the CDC came out and said that they pretty much didn't get all the information from all the states, and it didn't show racial disparities. So they didn't report it and categorize it with race and so on and so forth. So they couldn't have even gotten that information to say that, but they've been pushing that. So what they're doing is demonizing Jake so they can justify coming down on Jake with great wrath, just like in slavery. All right, during the time of slavery, Esau was saying, "Oh, these ain't even humans; these are monkeys." So you don't have to feel bad about how you treat them. They are human. They're 3/5 of a human being. So don't feel bad about it, like a beast. And it's the same thing now. Jake is being looked at as an animal. All right, they're being looked at as thugs, thieves, because of what they're portraying in the media, when in reality, Esau is the one that's provoking these things and doing these things just to demonize Jake, man.
But social media tells a different story than what the
Exactly.
you know, the mainstream news is showing, man.
That's right.
Like the brother was saying, the blacks, the African Americans looting, doing this and that. But that's what they show on the news. But then you go on social media and the eyewitness accounts of people that's there.
That's right.
It's Edomites spray painting shit, breaking windows. It's Edomites looting, grabbing shit up, you know?
Yeah.
But that's not shown on the news, though, you know?
That's right. And that shows a complete double standard. I saw one clip where this one Edomite, she looked like an Edomite woman. She was walking out of the store, had all these bags, calmly just walking out the store. And then you have the reporter saying, "Yeah, I don't know, maybe this woman works here. She's probably an employee or whatnot. Like, this bitch is clearly stealing."
I hope, she said, I hope she's not stealing.
Right.
Bitch, that's what she's doing.
Right. But
That's like you stabbing a nigga. I hope he's not killing him.
right.
Bitch, what?
Right. He's probably helping. She's probably helping him out. You know, saying shit like that. But once again, Jake is being demonized because another reporter, it was just some Jakes that were riding a bike down the street. And it's just the assumption, she made the assumption like, "Oh yeah, look at these looters and everything like that." But it's just a regular, all he's doing is riding his bike.
The old Edomite. He had the
bow and arrow,
the bow,
and
you know what I'm saying, aiming it at people, man. And then the crowd came, and when you watch the video, it looked like Edomites that was whooping his ass, man. You know, it looked like one or two Jakes that was in the little circle, but the majority of the people around, one guy was running with a motherfucking skateboard,
right.
You know, and then this nigga get on news later, and I was just in my car.
And that's beautiful. Yep.
Yeah, I was
Trying
just
to protect.
and I said all lives matter, and 2 African American guys, 2 black guys, but nigga, they ain't what the video show. But that's Esau, though. You know what I'm saying? That's his deception. That's his lies. And the world is seeing that, man. It says that they estranged from the womb, man.
This is Psalms chapter 58 and verse 1. It says, "Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation?"
Right. And what congregation? That's talking about Esau, man. Do you indeed speak righteousness, man? Huh? Go ahead.
"Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men?"
No, they don't, man. But go ahead.
"Yea, in heart ye work wickedness."
Yea, in heart he worked wickedness, man. That's Esau, Edom, right? In the book of Sirach, what it says, of a lie, what truth can come from that? Roughly paraphrasing. Salakia, man.
Right.
Because Esau, Edom, he's made to be crooked, man. And John, what's that? The 8th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Yahushua said what, man? He said that he's the father of lies, man. He's the father of lies, man. You know, so you can't expect the devil to tell you the truth. This is Sirach 34:4. Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? And from that which is false, what truth can come, man? So Esau, Edom, he's not, in heart, he worked wickedness, man. So we're telling you people, this dude's the devil. He's evil. He's sick, you know? Now these people seeing it. That's Esau being exposed, like we read in Isaiah 47. You know, you tell somebody, yeah, you know, the government is about to do this. They're going to throw you in concentration camps. This is what's about to happen. My government would never. We would throw the people out of power. They get the fuck out of here, man. You know, like in the Constitution, it says that an uncorrupt Congress or uncorrupt leaders could be removed, man. Man, when has that happened? You know? Esau controlling your ass, but go ahead, bro.
Yeah, it says, "Yea, in heart ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth."
Right, man. And Esau has been exposed, man. So everything the men of Yahweh Basham Yahushua, starting with the apostles, man, been out there telling you, hey, it's all been proven to be true, you know?
It says,
explaining, letting you know that this nigga's the devil. He is the can't do right, man. You know?
It says, "The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies."
As soon as they be born speaking lies, man. He's the father of it, you know? And he's been revealed to be such. And it's a beautiful thing. What it says in Thessalonians, the Lord will consume him with the spirit of his mouth, man. And yep. You know, and that's, man, hello, you know?
This is real quick. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. It says, "And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming." So the wicked is being revealed, man. All right, and it only gets, like we said earlier, it only gets worse from here on out. But it getting worse is really it getting better for us, man, because all these things have to come to pass, man. These things must happen, man, for Yahweh Shai to make his return. This is the prophecies. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been looking for, man. All right, and it's happening. It's happening as we speak. Another quick one is Jeremiah 49:10. It says, "But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself." All right, it's like the brother quoted earlier. He cannot hide himself because, hey, your own media, everybody is we seeing it. We're seeing that you're the damn devil. On the mainstream, you saying one thing, and then what's really going down is being seen all throughout social media, man. So you're being exposed. You can't hide yourself. Okay, it says, "His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not." That's it on that.
This is back in Psalm 64:3. "Who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not." And then I'll jump down. It says,
"Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not," man. Showing you that they don't have no fear towards the Most High. The Lord said, "He that touches you touches the apple of my eye." But this nigga, he ain't got no fear of the Most High, man. You know, which is why he's doing all the things he's doing. That's why it says he shoot at us suddenly, and he don't fear, man.
I'll actually just read through to get to verse 8. But this is Psalm 64:6. It says, verse 5. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They can.
And what is this plot? Right? The order of Abkael. That's an evil matter, man. His new world order, what he wants to do, that's an evil matter. You know?
Yeah. It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them?
In that protest, that's a snare, man. You know? Because now he's enticing Jake to be fucking niggas, man.
Right.
You know?
And then what they gonna do when the second wave hits? Oh, well, contract tracing. Everybody that was involved in those riots, protests,
Got the wrong.
we gonna need your ass.
And all you niggas we got your camera.
Right.
Like the brother said, nigga, you on news, nigga. No mask on. You, nigga, I see you, nigga. You know?
And then I know the elder, I forgot which elder it was actually. GMS on air. Sorry.
Elder Ayathan.
Elder Ayathan, yes, Salaki. He did a lesson where he went into how it's a new iPhone update that pretty much links with the contact tracing. So it's now whenever your Bluetooth is on, it's like tracing like whoever you're around that has their Bluetooth on. They show that you're connected.
For a certain amount of time, if you're around a person a certain amount of time,
right,
they're gonna link you to those people. You know,
that's right.
Yeah, well, it's just like I know on Facebook and certain other social media, from being around certain people, it'll pop up like suggested friends or this and that. You know, even stuff that you speak about. And I've been seeing actually advertisements about that, about how you'll get an alert on your phone, and it'll be like, hey, you came in contact with somebody that has COVID-19.
Yeah.
You know, and man, it's crazy.
Hey, that's the society. Hey, that's the society that we enter in. This is the new America.
Yeah. Well, that's what he wants. That's what he portrays in all his futuristic movies, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and ultimately what he wants to be the Most High. That's going back to that 2 Thessalonians. You know, all this is to show, like this is a what they call it, a power flex, a power show. You know what I'm saying? Like a flex of power, man. Esau, like, I can control this. I can make these niggas do what I want them to do.
He flexing.
You know, he flexing for water. You know, he flexing. You know? You got it, though, unless you was done.
Yeah, just a little bit more. Back in Psalm 64 and 6, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And the way that their tongue is falling upon themselves, all right, you've got these whistleblowers that are coming out telling their agendas, all right, and so on and so forth. But even their own media is showing their own wickedness, man. That these things are orchestrated, that these things are orchestrated, man. That they've already thought about doing all this madness, all right, and now they're executing it, man.
It's like a domino, because it's like a domino effect, though, and they setting it up, and then they just pushing the dominoes and watching everything fall the way they had it set up. You know,
right.
Because you notice how like they did the little closing up Walmarts at what 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, or whatever.
Yeah.
Now now they got the curfew now here in Des Moines and setting up these curfews. They just orchestrate all these things. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get this real quick. It's Psalms 140 and 1. It says, "Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man." So hey, we see these things coming, but we know we're gonna be delivered out of these, Lord willing, man. If we keep our faith, hey, we're gonna be delivered out of these things because the Lord revealed unto us His secrets. He showed us and told us, hey, He revealed unto us that these things gonna happen, man. So we know these things is gonna happen. I think it's 1 Thessalonians 5:5. It says that we are the children of the light, not the children of the dark, man. So we ain't in the darkness no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we ain't in the darkness no more. Like the brother saying, if we were still in the darkness, we'd probably be out there with them same niggas doing this dumbass shit, you know. But what we doing is of the Lord, man. So hey, this ain't gonna come to nothing, you know. Just to read down, it says, which imagine mischief in their heart continually are they gathered together for war. Ooh. See, Esau want to kill. Hey, he want to kill us, man. You know, But hey, so that's we know they little agenda. We not ignorant of Satan devices, like the scripture say.
And that's they think tanks. Because they sit back and think of different ways to get Jake, to trap them up. That's them snares being laid privately, man.
Yeah.
You know? The niggas don't want to believe that, man. We got whole think tanks, man. Thinking of ways to entrap you niggas, thinking of ways to keep you niggas sinning, thinking of ways to kill you niggas off, you know?
You and Micah?
Nah, I'm in Psalms.
If I can get this real fast, this is Micah 2:1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
Mhm.
So they devised iniquity. They got this planned out. I believe it's in that Psalm 64 you was reading. It said that his heart is deep, man.
Yeah.
All right. So hey, he
Mine is set on these things.
exactly. He got all this orchestrated. This is a plan that's being played out. This is not some random shit that's going on. Like, oh shit. He's all not like, oh shit. Niggas is rioting now. They got you niggas rioting, man.
Yeah.
All right. They got you. They got everything under control, man. They're looking to implement martial law, to have everything on lock, to have their troops on the ground. Trump didn't activate 1 million troops for no reason, man. And damn sure wasn't for no corona. All right.
Shit, they the one setting the mood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Setting y'all to do these things. You know what I'm saying? What Jeremiah 49:9 tell you that hey, who shall rise them up? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Did I say Genesis? Oh yeah, Genesis 49:9. It says, hey, who shall rise them up? And the Lord is using Esau to rise y'all up, man, raise y'all up so he can push forth his agenda, and then the Lord gonna bring that divine intervention, man, and shut all this shit down though. But you done with that?
Yeah.
I'm just finish off real quick. It says they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent, adders, poison is under their lips.
That's it. And it's beautiful, man, because this, within this lesson through the spirit, that lets you know that Esau is that snake, that he's that serpent.
Yeah,
Man.
it wasn't no snake, it was a man.
It was an actual man, and it's talking about Esau Edom, The same tactics that he did back then is what he's doing today,
That's right. It just what? No, you got it, bro.
No, I said I got something just to back it up. It says Psalms 36:3. It says the words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He has left off to do wise and to do good. It says he deviseth mischief upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil.
That's it. That's him. It said he abhorreth not evil. He don't despise evil. That nigga loves it, man.
Love it.
Was it that Psalms 58 that you was reading? It says that when you see a thief, thou consentest with him.
Right, Psalms 50, I think.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the songs. Like when you see a nigga doing wicked shit, you go and join with him, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's Esau. This dude is the devil, man. And it's beautiful seeing. That's that Sirach that you had called for earlier, man. Seeing this place fall. Go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 25 and verse 7. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue.
Mm-hmm.
A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
That's happy right there. Like
Man.
Jake is happy
Jake
about
is
this
happy.
shit, man.
And not only Esau, though, because Esau ain't our only enemy, but 2/3 of our people, too.
Yes, sir.
These niggas that you out there rioting and shit, Esau finna fuck you niggas up.
Yeah.
Just like Pop said, he said what? Genesis the 49th chapter, man. Who shall rouse him up? The Most High is going to rouse Jacob. How is he going to do that? He's going to use Esau to do it, as we see. And what's happening? These niggas rioting. He's enticing them, choking niggas out on camera. I think a brother posted it was like a what they call it, a saying, a quote. And Will Smith gave a quote, and he said racism is not resurfaced. It's just being recorded. You know what I'm saying? Basically saying, no, this shit always been happening.
Yeah.
But it's just now being brought to the forefront, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just now but that lets you know that's an agenda.
Right.
So that's letting you know that look, he had this plan.
That's just like a bully, man. Yeah, I did this to you. Yeah, look, and showing, pushing it in your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah, what
talking
you gonna
shit.
do?
Man, what you gonna do? And that's what he's doing. He pushing them buttons, man. You know what I'm saying? to rise up, Jake. You know, it's a beautiful thing because hey, this the Lord's movie, man,
Right.
and He allowing these things to happen. It's a beautiful thing, man, to see that these prophecies is truly speaking and coming into action, man. You know, these words are coming into play, man. It's beautiful, man.
And that lets you know that it's really through the spirit of God, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that this is happening, that it is the spirit that's rousing Jake up. Because like you said, Jake has been getting killed in the streets. Jake has been caught on camera, or Esau has been caught on camera doing these things time after time again. How many times have we heard about a Trayvon Martin or this nigga or that nigga and this and that and the third, and then it would level off. Our niggas would be upset for a little bit and then it chills out. But what it's looking like is this ain't chilling out. Is what it looks like right now.
Open season, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
On Jake, you know.
So it's the Lord that's pushing this. You know, He's alive. He wants the tumults to happen. He wants the sedition among men. He wants the insurrection to come, man.
I got a precept. This is Proverbs 4:16. It says, "For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall."
Yeah. It was what's that, Micah?
Yeah,
So, you know?
that's right. Micah 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just read that.
Oh, okay.
Micah 2, Slacky. I can go down on some more on it, really. But let me finish on this.
Yeah, finish what you got.
It says, "For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence.
That's it.
But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day." So we getting brighter and brighter as this world goes into darkness, man. Goes into complete darkness. Okay. It says, verse 19. It says, "The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble." Hey, and these niggas fell right into the trap. You niggas fell right into Esau's trap, man. So we thank Yahweh Shem Yahushua for giving us the light, for giving us the eyesight, man, so that we can see. It says in the book of 2 Peter that ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and the Lord has called us out of darkness into His marvelous light, man. The water Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that we not with these dumbass niggas protesting, man. These bug out ass niggas, man. We on the winning team right now, man.
Yeah, and you want to know what's cold? Because like you said, they don't know where they stumble. They fall into Esau's trap. Well, it applies to Esau too. He don't know where he stumbled.
Right.
Because he falling into the most highest trap. Damn. You know what I'm talking about?
Deceiver into deceiver his.
Man, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
It's done. It's done. And like the brother said, we on a winning team, man. You know?
And it says he that it's pretty much he that laid a trap shall fall in it.
Right. He that diggeth the pit shall fall therein. I think it's Psalms 9.
Remember, like these same things, hey. Well,
Oh no, go ahead. No, I was just.
And it's
I
another
thought
one.
when I was reading where it talks about how the proud hear they snare.
It's another one in Sirach. It speaks about he that rolleth the stone, it shall fall back on him. And that's what's happening, man. You know? That's what's happening.
I'll hop back in this Isaiah 47 and verse 3. It says, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man."
That's right.
So when the Heavenly Father Yahweh sends His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai, He's not coming back on no fleshly shit, man. He's coming back he's coming back in a body that you can't even explain the body. It says it in 1 John. It says, "We know not what He is, but when He comes, we shall be as Him." Roughly paraphrasing, man. Paul said that the Lord will change our vile bodies and liken it onto His glorious body. So that's what the Lord is coming in. Scripture said that He's traveling in the greatness of His strength. He's coming with power and He's coming with glory, man. All right, and He's coming to save us. He's coming to deliver us. So we just getting more bold. Our spirit is strengthening the closer we get to the return of Yahweh Shai, man.
Picture it like a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, Independence Day, the second one. Like you rather seen the second one. They had some aliens, you know, in prison and shit. Man, they had them in prison, and then one day they all got to like making this noise, man. You know what I'm saying? He got to making this noise, and then one of the doctors was like, "Man, what's wrong? Like something's wrong with him." And then dude was like, "No, they're not crying. There ain't nothing wrong with them. They're rejoicing." And the The reason they was rejoicing is because the fathership, the mothership, whatever you want to call it, was coming into earth, and they sensed it, man. You know, in the second Independence Day, man. You know, and it's the same thing. Like the closer the Lords get to us, man, it's like the Lord is on his way. You know what I'm saying? And the closer he get, the stronger we get, man. We feel that presence getting stronger. You know, kind of like with Superman with the sun. Mm-hmm. The closer he gets to the sun, the stronger it is. Well, our son is Yahweh Shai, man. He's the son of righteousness, man, who's coming with healing in his wings, you know? But
what's that scripture say? It is the very same time where the Lord will begin to visit the world which he made, man.
Yeah.
Uproars of the people, and earthquakes in different places. This is uproars of the people. It's happening all across the country, all across America. But it said in the earth. Because not only is it happening in America, but it's going on around the world.
That's right.
All right, there's the Yellow Vest protest. That's been going on for a year. All right, there was protesting in Hong Kong before the Rona. All right, even after when shit started opening up, I think they got back on that. All right, in different places in Africa, in the Middle East, they were protesting against the government. So it's happening all around the world. Why is it happening? Because we're living in the time that Yahweh Shai is going to come to this place. In these days, the Lord is going to perform all his words, man.
I'm gonna just read this real quick because you know, like on what you're saying, amen. Even with all this bullshit going on, right? This is on abcnews.go.com. It says, from Europe to Africa, people around the world are marching in solidarity for America's grassroots campaign for racial justice against police brutality. And so it's all over the world, man. And not only just that, but like the brother said, hey, with the yellow vest protest, there's a bunch of things, man. Because what they're seeing this bullshit society that we're living in, man. You know, people are getting fed up. Hey, a person can only take so much, you know, and that's like, where we're at.
Yeah, a bully, you know what I'm saying? Bully keep, you know what I'm saying, pushing you out, eventually you're going to fight back, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's what you see it happening right now, you know what I'm saying? Esau just keep pushing them buttons until you know what I'm saying, do something. Like, he telling you to do something. He wants you to do something so he can push forth his agenda. But just real quick, and then I'm gonna just put this Psalms 7:1. It says, "O Lord, my power, in thee do I put my trust. Save me from all them that persecute me and deliver me." And that's the times we're living in, man. We're gonna be persecuted, you know. And you see, Jake being persecuted now. They going to jail for I think somebody was saying something about they taking them to jail with 7,000. They need a bond and stuff like that or whatever. But whatever it is, you know,
charges,
you know,
all types of charges. They slapping charges on niggas, man. And it's beautiful because in your head, you thought you was finna get away with being a damn nigga, man. Right. You going downtown, you going with all the pro. After camp yesterday, this bitch just pulled up on us and say, "Where everybody at? Right. Where the protest at?
Where they meeting at?"
It's a game to these niggas. It's a game to these niggas, man. Right. But just wait till them troops get out there, man. They start shooting you niggas with real bullets, man. All right. Wait till they start throwing you in cars and slapping charges on your ass, man. Because you wanted to flex for the internet. Because you wanted to flex for damn social media. Like you really about a cause. Like you really standing up for something, man. Right. You niggas don't never stand up for shit. If nobody was out there, you wouldn't be going out there, man. You wouldn't be speaking out against this if nobody else was doing it, man. All right. You niggas ain't shit, man. It's going to be a beautiful thing when the Lord starts taking you niggas off the face of the earth, man. But I just wanted to get this real quick. It's an article on RT. It says, "Whose neckest hundreds rally in London and Berlin to support George Floyd's death protests in U.S." So that shows you it's happening around the world. It says protests over George Floyd's death have gone international with hundreds of people taking.
Like, why this one though?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What about all the hundreds of other ones?
Why this one though? This ain't the first time. This ain't the first time Jake unarmed or Jake wrongfully killed. And what's special about this nigga George Floyd, man?
Nobody know this dude.
Not all the celebrities know this
I
nigga.
can't Steven Jackson know that. Everybody knew that was my nigga. Who is this guy?
Who is this cat, man?
Is this, man?
Not a whole world. Like that's how you know it's orchestrated, man. Like, come on, man. Yeah. Hey, in the book of Jeremiah, it says, "Who shall bemoan thee, O Israel?" Man, these people don't give a fuck about Israel, man. This shit is orchestrated, man. Mm-hmm. You know?
Hey, they could be sending out them signals, man. They show you down the movie Kingsman where they had everybody rioting and going crazy because of a signal that they was releasing. I believe it was through their cell phone or
So it was
something.
like they had a chip, and then whenever they did
5G
something that caused
technology.
people to
Right.
It was in the phone. It was some kind of shit that.
Yeah, they was emitting some type of signal, and it was causing people to go crazy. It was causing people to lose it, man. Pretty much to riot, you know.
While the people, the rich motherfuckers, was put away, and they did. And he put a chip in them.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
They
rich.
rich niggas had a chip. You know what I'm saying? In order to get to that hideaway, to be outside of that
Right.
chaos. You know what I'm saying? When you actually, watch the movie.
It could be something like that going on. All these niggas just wilding and going crazy, man. You know, hey, who knows?
Hey, well, that because even if that is the case, that's Sirach 39, how the Lord created spirits for vengeance. Like the Lord could use Esau. All right, well, send this signal out. All right, this nigga been doing tests, like even on foods. There's certain foods that Esau's done tests on, or he's done tests where a nigga go to McDonald's and then measure how aggressive he is after he has the McDonald's burger and the damn Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
They be doing all types of shit like that.
Yeah,
Right? Because it's chemical warfare. It's like witchcraft, really, and he does it in the foods.
Well, that's well, you read it in Psalms. He says, continually are they gathered together for war. These different aspects of that scripture, man. You know, because he do like you said, chemical warfare. You know, one where he has spread disease.
Right.
You know, like you know, like what he did to Gad. You know, that's what we say. This devil was diabolical, man. You know.
I got one for you. This is Revelation 6 and verse 8. It says, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed him, followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beast of the earth.
Right, man.
So that spirit of death is out there, man. All right, and it says
it's going to increase. It's going to increase, man.
it's the beginning, man.
Yeah, it's the beginning of sorrows, like Yahweh Shai said in Matthew the 24th chapter. You know,
And what shows you that, because I know that I've been seeing a lot more clips of niggas getting hit with these rubber bullets, like in the head, bitches getting hit in the head with it and shit like that.
It seems like them rubber bullets are getting harder and harder every day.
Like, cause some of them, I think they say they got a metal tip or just somebody a hollow tip.
Metal inside, like it's covered by rubber,
And
but
then
the inside of it's metal.
Okay, but that shit is really jacking niggas. I'm looking at the aftermath, and I'm like, I'm surprised this thing ain't dead, you know. And like, it was one clip that I had seen, and these troops were going down the street. They were enforcing the curfew, and then it was a broad. She was on her porch or whatnot. She's just filming, and then the troops is going by, and they telling her, they like, get in the house, get in the fucking house. They yelling and shit like that. And she ain't listening. She ain't thinking this is no big deal. They start shooting at her ass, man. Her ass ran in the crib. Oh yeah, that's what they was like. Light her up. And so they unloaded the clip on her. You know. Now this is with rubber bullets, but it ain't gonna be rubber bullets. How much longer are they gonna be just using rubber bullets, man? Right now, shit's like, okay, it's all cute being in the.
No, it's lucky.
Hold on. And well, when they're doing that shit now, but how long is it gonna be until they actually start killing Jake out here, man? Like, niggas is out there protesting. It's all fun. All we looting, nigga. We rock. Got some
On
shoes,
Snapchat with it.
Snapchats, niggas that they doing all this and that and the third. But then when they actually start unloading the clip on these niggas, bro, the shit ain't gonna be funny. It ain't gonna be cool. You ain't gonna be robbing cops and taking their horse, and it's the game no more, man.
It will get serious soon, man. See, because these things that he enticing you to do,
This
is going to justify him
and
bringing that hammer down.
I have to. Like, you can't just keep pressing cops like just regular. If you walking down the street and the nigga just shoving you and this and that and the third, like, that's a person. Like, of course he's a cop, he has a duty, but like, you gonna want to retaliate naturally. So when they get the go ahead, like right now, they only holding back because they don't have that go ahead to unleash.
They just setting the stage up right now.
Yep.
You know?
Gradualism.
Right.
That's what I meant to say. Gradualism.
Yep, that's what it
so
is.
they're gonna use rubber bullets. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it hurt a little bit. Then, like the brother said, then people start bleeding. I'm like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're bleeding, and then they're gonna bring hollow points, man. It's gonna go through different stuff, man. They show you in these movies. They show you in this Purge. You know what I'm saying? The type of bullets they use. Because I don't know if you remember that dude that had that armored car. He was coming towards that semi truck, and that dude started unloading on them. But it was going through his car, and his car was armor proof, man. You know, but the bullets were
like they got his bullets called armor piercing bullets.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Caught the water. Yep. You know, and that's what they're gonna use, man. You know, it's just a matter of time, man. It's just a matter of time for these dudes to get angry and be like, you know what, we gotta do something about this, man. And it's just the spirit of the Lord is gonna, you know, he's gonna put his spirit between, you know, onto these guys for them to just be like, screw this, we're just going all in.
Well, those spirits make the vengeance. That's around 39. Mm-hmm. You know, because there's gonna be a time, and it's really when the elites say. The Lord gonna put their spirit on the elites and be like, look, shut America down, man. You know, because the Lord is performing his prophecies, man. You know, here it is, just like the nigga Herod in Matthew. I want to say Matthew the 3rd chapter. He thought he was slick, right? Hey, what's the prophecies? What's supposed to happen next? Basically, he was saying, where would a Messiah be born? Where would this king be born at, man? And he had what? Whole ass niggas on his side that was working with him, man. You know, yeah. But it's like, oh, he's the prophecy says he's gonna be born in Bethlehem. Wise men came, sent the wise men. The wise men never came back to Herod. You know, then he like, man, look, kill all these shorties, man, which fulfilled the prophecy. He was trying to stop the prophecy, but him doing that fulfilled the prophecy, man. Not only that prophecy, but also of where it says, I called my son out of Egypt, man. Because that caused them to flee down into Egypt. Mm-hmm. So here it is. You fulfilled the prophecy of Rachel weeping for her children, right? The Lord fulfilled that prophecy, and the other one was set into stone, man. Mm-hmm. So every decision Esau makes, that's prophecy, and it's setting in stone the next one, man. So the Lord is really in control of these dominoes and how they fall, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Right. You got it.
This is Zechariah 14 and verse 1. It says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. All right, so that's going into what? That's going into martial law right there, man. It says half of the people shall go into captivity. All right. They gonna start hauling niggas off the concentration camps. All right. Let's say they bring out all these people gathering together, hundreds and even thousands of people in some areas gathering together. With just right after this whole coronavirus shit, they shut the whole country down for this whole for the coronavirus. All right. So they can lean on that leg. Okay, they can lean on that leg. All you niggas was around each other. All y'all niggas gotta go away. You know what I'm saying? You got 2 weeks in quarantine. You know what I'm saying? It says this show you that it's gonna get real. All right. It says your houses is going to be rifled. Women is going to be raped. All these women thinking that they cute, man, out there in the streets running around. Okay, shaking their ass in the middle of a riot. They gonna get ran through, man. This is it's fun now. Let's see if it happens next weekend. All right. Let's see if them niggas is riding next weekend, and let's see how nice the police is gonna be after another weekend of you niggas destroying everything, man. You people causing all this chaos in the city, man. They're not gonna be as nice as they was this past weekend, man. They nice right now. Next week they can really just start mowing niggas down, bro.
Hey, well, you even here there was a cat. I was reading. There's some Jake that lives at some apartments downtown. And he was just going to his crib. You know, he was going back to his crib, but he was walking, he was out, and the protesters were out, and he ended up getting arrested and charged, man. Mm-hmm. It don't matter what the fuck you're doing. You know, it don't matter if you are peacefully protesting, so-called. Like the brother said, it might be fun, it might be this and that, but hey, in the midst of all of this going on, what? Hey, you got a police officer that died, right? You got these businesses that are getting ransacked.
Protesters are dying. Right,
protesters are dying. I just seen another article that said that they started a fire in this building, and there was kids inside, there was families inside. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, so shit's about to get real, man. Sure. You know, the certain store owners and certain people in homes that have weapons, man, they're gonna fucking fight back.
Yeah, they're gonna protect their property.
Exactly, their property. Mm-hmm. They're gonna protect their family, so on and so forth, man. So it don't matter. Hey, man, you know, none of that matters.
All right. And just to back you up too, with another example, there was one cat, there was an Edomite, he looked like an Edomite, he was running through the streets and chasing Jakes down with an actual sword. Now, when I read like one of the captions or something like that, it said that he was trying to defend his business, you know, just to back up with an example. And then what happened was his ass got ransacked by a whole bunch of Jakes, man. But just going back to the point that, right, he got his ass world star, man, you know. But anyways, just going back to what the brother was saying, like a regular Jake, anywhere you are being looked at as a thug, like you are being looked at as a looter. It don't matter what you are, just like in the civil rights movement, like any Jake. Right, exactly. It's like that's the narrative. Like, shit, you walking down the street, oh, you one of them looters. Like that's the mentality that's being pushed out, you know. And in this time period, like Jake is gonna be fighting back. Like in the civil rights movement, you had certain things like Jake was trying to be peaceful in the Martin Luther King. But in this time period, like if they be on, it ain't finna be like I'm just finna pour water on this Jake like they did in the world or back then in the fucking 30s and shit like that, and I'm gonna just take it. Like Jake is really finna start fighting back, pursuant to the prophecy, man. The prophecy.
There's Isaiah 47 and verse 4. It says, "As for our Redeemer, the Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms." This speaking of America. It says, "I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever." Right? They thought they was not going to get touched, man. Well, all that shit, everything that's going on around the world, man, is spilling over here to America, and it's going to be worse. In that Revelations, it said the death was his name, a pale horse, and the one that sat upon him, death was his name, and the sword and famine followed him. What are they talking about? Food shortages, man. We see this. We see glimpses of the sword, and we're seeing glimpses of the famine. We're seeing the beginning of these prophecies, man. And we're going to be here in the midst of it, so we have to stay faithful, right. And we have to stay prayed up, and we have to keep our integrity, man. And we have to stay strong in spirit, man. All right, because this is getting real out here. They say niggas is not supposed to be out at 9 o'clock. It's 9:20 right now. You know, Jake nervous and shit.
Yeah, half the Jake ain't got a license anyway. I mean, license, you know what I'm saying, to be driving and shit. Anyway,
tags expired and shit.
Tags expired.
You can't get your tags.
Can't go get your tags.
Shit, you out right now, you're not even with the protesters. They catch you on the street, they could pull you over and take you to jail. Just for being out past 9. It's getting real out here, man. You know? And it's gonna get worse. Walmart is really not gonna have no food, man. There's really gonna be troops on the block of all these streets, man.
The police state.
It's gonna be a complete police state. It's gonna be full-blown martial law.
I think
all right.
In Nebraska, I believe it is. The brother shared, the brother out in Nebraska, he put the army's already on the street, man. You know, and they ain't playing.
I think somebody said in Indianapolis they got a curfew on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All over. And pretty much wherever niggas is riding, which is damn near everywhere.
Yeah.
Niggas is really riding all across the United States, man. So it's damn near like they gonna shut damn near the whole fucking country down again. Have the whole fucking country on a curfew, telling you when you can be out and when you're supposed to be in the house, man. And if you're not in the house, what they do to that girl on that video? They say, get in the house. She can get in the house. They start lighting her ass up, man. All right.
One time. They're gonna say it one time. Get in the house. But what? Oh, nah, bow. You know what I'm saying?
The Constitution of the United.
Ain't no Constitution no more, man. It ain't gonna be no. That shit's getting shut down, man. You ain't got no rights.
No.
They looking at you, nigga. I own you. You can't do shit about anything. Ain't no the Constitution. Fuck the Constitution is what Esau's on, man.
I'm the Constitution.
Yeah,
gun to your head.
He's the captain now. Right? He's the fucking captain now.
That don't even matter no more because you guys still remember that he declared a state of emergency, man. You know, so this dude's a dictator, man. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
You know, but he obviously was going to take time in doing it, but eventually he's going to do it, man. It's just a matter of time what this devil's going to do, man. And he's coming down quick and speedily, man. And the water y'all Bashim Shah, he gave us the eyes out to even see that, man. You know,
This is Isaiah 47 and verse 7. It says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore, yeah, you didn't think judgment was gonna come to you, man. You thought the Lord was with you because you ain't get that judgment swiftly and speedily. Well, that judgment, all the shit that you did in history to the Lord's people, that's all coming back now. All that the Lord said that in the book of Lamentations, the 4th chapter, he said what? That I will visit the sins of Esau, Edom. All right, that's the time that we're living in right now. Okay, he's on the chopping block. Verse 8, it says, therefore, hear now this, thou that are given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly. And that's these people that's going to protest out here, man. They think that nothing's gonna happen to them. This nigga's just getting grabbed up off out here in Iowa. I know this nigga, he said he was just walking, so he said he wasn't even protesting. Nigga just grabbed him up off the block, and slapped charges on his ass, man.
30 cops came at him, man.
Yeah.
30 cops.
They said he was just walking. He said the cops came out and just tackled his ass, man. Right. They wasn't trying to talk to his ass. They not on some what are you doing out right now? Right. They got out the car and tackled the nigga, man, and threw him in the fucking paddy wagon, and now he got charges slapped on him, man. All right.
And, hey, and then they looking at you niggas all the same. All you niggas fit the description.
Right. Oh, yeah. And like all niggas looking like.
And y'all niggas got the coronavirus.
Oh shit. Which lets you know this is a bunch of bullshit because the cops they ain't got no them niggas they ain't acting like the pandemic over. You know what I'm saying? Now, hey, because if the coronavirus was real, like the brother explained on the line, man, if this shit was really popping like they trying to say that it's popping in the media, then them hospitals, nigga, it should be flooded out. It should be tents everywhere, niggas sick, coughing, and all that shit. It ain't happening, man. You know, but we'll see, you know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's gonna happen eventually, you know. But
it says, therefore, hear now this, thou that are given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
That's right. And that's the mentality of these Americans, man. They thought nothing would happen to them. They wouldn't be like these third world countries, man. And the scripture says, she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth, man. So having that mentality, you really a dead person walking. You don't understand what's going on. Like Pops had quoted the 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter. It says, brother, and I have no need to write unto you, for ye know that the Lord come as a thief in the night, man. We already know what the deal is, man. All right, through the spirit of power, we've been watching these prophecies. We know what's up. But to the rest of these people, they don't know what's getting prepared for them. Like, our people are literally being led as a sheep to the slaughter. Esau's got niggas that he's paying off to lead you niggas to the slaughter, man. To get you, man, go out there and fight, nigga, get your guns, nigga, go be wild and shit like that, you know? He's really leading you niggas to the slaughter, man.
Mm-hmm. It says, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood.
Just like that. Just like that, man. These things are going to happen just like that, all of a sudden, man. Just like that COVID-19 shut down the country all of a sudden. Are these protests shutting shit down all of a sudden? And all it takes is for the order to come down. Anybody protesting, lay their ass down, man.
Light them up.
Light their ass up. And you know what's going to happen? It's going to be all of a sudden, and niggas is going to be dead. Babies is going to be dead. Women is going to be dead. Niggas it's going to be a wrap, man. It just takes just like that. Like, this shit could get real just off of that, man. And Trump already said it, man. Hey, he said when the looting starts, the shooting starts. So he's already letting you know, like, yeah, you niggas out there looting, you finna get shot. You finna get shooted. You finna get shooted.
Damn.
I hope he didn't say that. This is Isaiah 47 and verse 9. It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou
like we've been talking about, man, that includes his media. His media, that's an enchantment, man. You know, that's sorcery. You know? So all that, man. Hey, you know, Esau judgment is here, man. You know, this is the end of Jake's punishment, and it's the beginning of Esau's punishment, man.
That's right.
Just like how it says in Second Esdras, it says that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Well, that could be lined up with what? with the parable of Lazarus and the rich man, man. Because when our rulership begins, hey, that's Esau being punished. You understand? So now that translation of the kingdom is happening, this is the end of all punishment and the beginning of his, man. Deuteronomy 30:7, we seeing the curses and these different things fall upon our enemies, you know. This opioid thing, man, ravished Esau ass, man. Now he's sterile, he can't produce. All his women going for Jake. Like this is the fall of his this him falling, man.
Hey, all these white bitches is out there talking about Black Lives Matter.
Right.
And they really want to Black Matters. And they want to spray it on the walls. And them bitches is out there with Jake, man.
You know what's? Oh no, man. Just it's some Edomite, bro. It was on social media, man. I was like, man, really? So she said basically she only suck Negro rock, bro.
I seen that shit.
I'm like, what?
She had a sign, right?
Yeah.
She had a sign during the protest
With the eggplant, bro.
Yeah, talking about she only
suck black egg.
Yeah.
What the hell? Emoji mean, you know.
You know what I'm saying? Let's bugged out.
But I got a precept for you. I quoted it and you just speaking on it. This is Lamentations 4:21. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished."
Him being exposed again, man. Him making himself naked, man. And his shame is being seen. We quoted that scripture. If a brother can grab it. It's Habakkuk. I think it's the second chapter. It says, toward the end, shameful spewing on our glory. You know? Habakkuk. That's that shame, man. Like, what is it, 2:16, 17, something like that?
This is Habakkuk 2:16. It says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered."
Same thing as Lamentations say, right? Go ahead.
"The cup of the Lord's hand shall be turned unto thee."
Now, see, the cup was on us, right? But it said what? Shall you be altogether unpunished? So Esau finna get that cup now, man. And that cup is talking about the Lord's fury, according to what's that, Psalm 75, if I'm not mistaken, man. Says in the hand of the Lord is
Psalm 75 and 8. Psalm 75 and 8. It says, "For in the hand of the Lord Yahweh there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poured out of the same."
Right. So that cup is what, man? Hey, that's the curses that was on us, man. We had to deal with. We had to drink down. But guess what? Hey, like the scriptures are saying, that cup is being passed to Esau, Edom, man. You know.
"But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them."
And that's the key thing. The Lord said, all the wicked of the earth, even the wicked of all people, got to drink the last dregs of our cup.
Jacob's trouble.
And that's Jacob's trouble, man. And that's why this judgment is coming. So this is the end of our punishment and the beginning of Esau's, man. So this is the beginning of his cup. So he ain't, nigga, you got a while before you get to them dregs, dog. And when you get to them, man,
you ain't even damn near sipping it yet. Like shit.
It says back in Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 22, it says, "The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished."
Did you finish that? Did you finish that in Psalms?
Habakkuk. But I had Habakkuk.
Right. Okay. Jump back to Habakkuk.
All right. Back in Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 16. "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory."
That's it, man. You know what it says in what's that, Isaiah 32? It says that the wicked shall no longer be called bountiful, roughly paraphrasing.
Oh yeah.
Hey, we seeing this devil for what he is, man. You still holding Isaiah 25 and 7?
I had that earlier.
If you were still holding it, bro. I asked him to hold it for like 30 minutes.
I got it right here.
Go ahead.
Isaiah.
Let's read it together. Nice, man.
This is Isaiah 25 and 7. "And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering caddis over all people."
And that's what's happening, man. And that's happening through the truth. It's happening through the truth. In First Ezra, the 4th chapter, it says truth is stronger than all, man. Truth conquers all. Roughly paraphrasing the scripture. The truth is undefeated, man. And that's what's taking the veil off. The covering.
It says, "In the veil that is spread over all nations."
And it's being destroyed, man. What? Through this knowledge. It says the truth that's been so long without fruit shall be declared, man.
Yeah.
It says deceit shall be quenched, you know, and that's what's happening, man. Truth is whooping these lies' ass, man.
Right.
You know. You can jump back to me.
It's back in Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 22. It says, the punishment of that iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit, and that's why as it said in that Sirach that the brother read earlier, these things will I count happy. All right, a man that see the downfall of his enemy, seeing the downfall of this place is seeing the downfall of our last captivity. We're seeing our salvation come. Watching all these things happen.
Mm-hmm.
All these scriptures is jumping off the page, man. The riots that's going on right now, that's written about that these niggas was going to go, that would be a part of the downfall of this place. Because what's the after effect? Marshal the curfews that we just read in Zechariah. Or you can read in Esdras. It says a man shall wish to go into a city and shall not be able to. That's martial law right there. Having troops on the ground, making sure you in your house. Making sure you're not traveling at a certain point, man. It says the punishment.
Hey, that's Isaiah. This quote Isaiah 24. Every house shall be shut
that's
up.
what I got. That's what I got. I'll read it. There's Isaiah chapter 24 in verse. Where's it at? I'll start at 10. It says the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up.
Right. It says the city of confusion is broken down. That's talking about Babylon. All right. The Hebrew word. Or Babylon goes back to the Hebrew word babal, which means confusion. So this place, America, is being broken down, man. Cities destroyed, man. I looked at a scene from Minnesota, or a picture. I was like, man, this looks like something out of motherfucking a movie, man. Out of like I Am Legend or something.
End of the world.
End of the world. Yeah.
Post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, post-apocalyptic movies.
It says the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up.
Yeah, every house is shut up, man. That's curfew, nigga. I'm shut up right now. I ain't. Nigga, it's 9 o'clock. You can't leave. You know what I'm saying?
It says that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That's this year, man. Hey, mind you, this year was coined a year of prophecy through the Spirit from Apostle Tamar, man. What's been going on since day one? Trump bombed Iranian General Soleimani. That's World War III prophecy of Persia being America or being Iran having beef with America. All right, that's prophecy. Then you have the corona. That's pestilence. All right. And through the Rona, the shutdowns.
Right.
That's Ecclesiastes. Says that the door shall be shut. All right. It says that there'll be no work for Egypt. Right. All that's coming to pass. These niggas rioting, the martial law troops, okay? Them trying to vaccinate everybody and trying to tie the microchip tracking with, so you know they're gonna try to put the microchip. That's the mark of the beast. All the prophecies is popping.
That's right.
It's all happening. Like we was mentioning earlier. At one point you'd be like, okay, boom, something happened. Trayvon Young, that'll happen, right? The nigga died, whatever, niggas would be mad or whatever, and then you waiting like another month or something for something else big to happen. It's nonstop, all gas, no brakes. That's them birth pains in 2 Esdras 16th chapter, man. It's getting closer and closer and closer. And the contractions are getting closer and they're also intensifying, man. That's what we see taking place here in this year, man. We can see our salvation, man, within the next 12 months. We can be out this bitch, man. That's real life. That's reality. We can be in the kingdom within the next 12 months, man. So, hey, speaking to myself first and foremost, man, we gotta lock in into the spirit, man. All right, because all these niggas is getting carnal out here. It's getting real fucking carnal out here, man. But as long as we reap to the spirit, as the scripture said, we'll reap as we sow to the spirit, we'll reap life everlasting, man. All right.
And just Apostle Elder Rakah had just did a lesson like 14 minutes ago. It says, yeah, boy, time has come. And like, that's really what it is, man. It's like, we here, man, beginning the sorrows. Like, this is the time, man. That's that Matthew's the 13th chapter. It says many prophets and righteous men and kings have desired to see the things that you see, have not been able to see them. You know, like we in those times, man. You know, like hey, translation of the kingdom.
Yep. It's back in Lamentations chapter 4:22. It says, "The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins." All these riots going on, that's a sign of the downfall of Esau Edom. That's a sign of the end of America. The scriptures say, if a kingdom be divided against itself, how can it stand? This place is completely divided, man. Look what's going on. They're gonna start deeming these niggas as terrorists, man. All right, and all them protesters out there, they gonna be deemed as what's the word that they use?
Anarchist.
No, it's something and it's terrorist. Domestic terrorists, man. All right, because you're here in this country and you're violating it, man. Let's say another country came over here and start burning shit up like that. That's war right there. The government is finna wage war on its own citizens, man. All right, that's what these troops are here for.
And they giving you a reason,
Mm-hmm.
or are they giving themselves the reason?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they set all this up, man, and it's going. Hey, Esau gonna come down, man.
Well, gotta kill you now. Well, I gotta kill you now.
It's justifiable now.
Yeah.
That's it on that Limitations, though.
I have one. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 37. It says, "Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side." And that's the times that we in, man. These plagues are coming, man. All right. It says the whole world shall mourn. That's why all these issues are being tied together, man. All right. All these issues are being tied together to where it's affecting the whole globe, man, because they want to bring this whole globe under a new world order. All right. He wants to ship everybody, man. He don't just want to ship niggas in America. No, he wants to ship niggas in Australia, ship niggas in Thailand. All right. Ship niggas in Africa. The niggas in Madagascar on the islands. He want to ship everybody, man. That's his mentality, man.
Because that's gonna in his mind give him power over the whole world.
Yeah.
You know?
He want world domination, man, like Dexter. Damn evil, damn doctor.
He's Dr. Evil.
He
I
wanna-
want $1 trillion.
He want to be God, man.
Yeah.
You know, he wants to be the Most High. You know, that's what he wants, man. That chip, that's his technology in you, and that's how he control everything is through his technology, his satellites. You know, the different cameras everywhere. He want to be able to be all seeing.
Mm-hmm.
He want to know your whereabouts. He want to be all knowing. You know, he wants to be the Most High, man.
He's trying to make his own food.
Yeah.
He's making food in the
Cloning
laboratory.
animals and shit.
Artificial wombs and all different type of shit.
Right.
He's trying to play the Most High, man. And it's like ghetto as hell. Like this is what you came up with, bro. He's trying to he's trying to get his blessing back. He's making he's trying to get what's promised to us.
Never was he is in the beginning.
It was never, even when they was born. It says in Romans the 9th chapter that it was the Lord's will for the younger brother to get the blessing, man. It was of his will. All right, it was of his everything. That's why he hates the Most High, because everything that happened, the Lord ordained it to happen. He created you to be the basis of the nations, man. And Esau hates hearing that because he knows it's true, man. He knows he's a bitch. Like when we was camping on Friday, nigga drove past. I tried to hear what he said. It sounded like they should just kill all of us. And that's what it sounded like. I'm gonna let y'all hear it. And then he said, "You racist motherfuckers."
Yeah, I heard him say that.
Right. But before that, he said he mumbled some shit. It sounded like they should just kill all of y'all. You racist motherfuckers. That's what he said. Because he's mad. He knows that he's weak. He knows that he's the basis of the nations, man. All right. That's it.
I was just gonna get this back in that song. I'll just jump down to Psalms 140:8. It says, "Grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked." Hey, so the Lord ain't gonna allow this devil
He's not going to accomplish his plan.
Yeah, he's not gonna accomplish these things, man. Because This devil desired these things, but the Lord gonna shut all that shit down,
Right.
and he gonna give us our desires, you know.
It says in Job that the Lord disappointed the devices of the crafty, that he cannot do his enterprise, roughly paraphrasing the scripture, man. So he's not going to be able to do it. In Job, I believe it's the 20th chapter, it says what? When he's about to fill his belly, hey, the Lord, he gonna rain down on his ass, man. You know? You got
I'll jump down to 10. Verse 10, it says, let burning coals fall upon them.
you just read through. That was verse 9 already?
That was 8. All right, verse 8, it says, grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked, further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves. I ain't read all
Right.
of it.
So, you know, hey, this devil, what's going to happen if the Lord allow him to accomplish this shit? He going to exalt himself. He don't think he God. Like, this nigga already think he finna fight against the Lord, man.
That's crazy.
Like, come on, man.
You're crazy.
You know? So the Lord is finna come flex on this devil, man.
So it said, further not his wicked device. That RFID chip, man, that's a wicked ass device, man. And the Lord is not going to allow him to further that. He going to allow the people that meant to get it so they can get their destruction. Hey, but the Lord ain't going to allow the elect to take that chip, you know. Jump down real quick. I know you got one. Verse 10, let burning coals fall upon them. Let them be cast into the fire, into deep pits, that they rise not up again. So, hey, after this, man, the brother read it in Lamentations 4. This is our last captivity, man. And the Lord is about to come down on you with this fire and brimstone, and your judgment, you ain't going to be able to rise up again, man. You're going to serve your 1,000 years of captivity, and then you're going to be done away with, man. And that's written, you know. Jump down to, all right, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna get that Job 20 because I was gonna grab it and the brother quoted it. This is Job chapter 20 and verse 23. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, the heavenly Father shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
Don't put that cup in his hand, man. You know? Thinking you got it. Nope. Boom. What's gonna happen, man? Hey, the Lord gonna shoot off those nuclear missiles, man.
113.
Hey, he gonna deliver his elect, right? The earth gonna shake to and fro as prophesied. Holy Jerusalem gonna come out the sky like John seen as prophesied. And then what's gonna happen? Amos gonna come into play. People want to say, people say, oh, the book is outdated, the Bible is past it. Man, let's talk about things that's gonna happen after America is destroyed, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen, man. The elect gonna come out of those chariots. Lord willing, we are part of that number. And they gonna come take you out of the space stations. They gonna come take you out of the oceans. They gonna come take you out of those mountains. Like it's prophesied, your underground, your dumps, right? And what we gonna do? Psalms 149 gonna come into play, man. To bind your kings with chains and your fetters, your nobles with fetters of iron, man. And we gonna go across the earth and do what? And break these nations with a rod of iron, man, as prophesied. And righteousness will be established back into the earth, man. You know?
Job 20 and 23, when he is about to fill his belly, the heavenly Father shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
While he in the process, he thinking I'm about to do it. You know, that's him preparing himself. You know, it says when he is eating, he sitting down. That's like you preparing. You know, you got this big ass meal right in front of you. You put the bib on, proud as hell too. No, you don't even put the bib, but you lay it on your lap. No, Esau put the.
They got flash it first.
And he licking his lips, preparing.
Right.
Bow, motherfucker. You know.
It says, verse 24, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
Yep. Bow of steel shall strike him through, man. And that's the weapons of the Lord's indignation. You know.
That's his sword, being bathed in heaven and coming down upon Idumea.
So
It's gonna do away with this place, man. We're gonna have to have it's gonna take a lot of faith to get access to a chariot. Like, in order to get into that chariot, you gotta have to have a lot of faith. In the book of Luke, the 18th chapter, it says, nevertheless, when the Son of Man comes, shall he find faith on earth. That's who the Lord is looking for, man, the men that have faith. All right, so that's something that we have to pray for daily, and that's something we have to make sure that we're doing things to increase our spirit, praying, fasting, staying in the watching the lessons. It says watch and pray. All right, staying in our scriptures. Blessed is he that read it. All right, give attendance to reading and doctrine and exhortation. Doing those things, you shall both save yourself and them that hear you. All right, staying in the zone and focus for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, so that through all of this we'll be covered. All right, through all this chaos, he'll keep us in perfect peace, as it says in the book of Isaiah, man. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, you got one up?
No, I said I was just really thinking, man, I'm just gonna read this scripture real quick, because the Lord ultimately used, he's using Esau. You know how Esau is using Jake right now to do all this rioting, and so he can be justified and bringing his indignation towards Jake. But guess what? The Lord is using Esau as well. You know what I'm saying? He's using Esau to mess up Jake, in the process. And then guess what? The Lord's gonna eradicate this dude. And it says Sirach 13:4. It says, if thou be of his prophet, right? So when Esau is fulfilled, whatever he had to do, he destroying 2/3 of our people. When the Lord has in his prophet, it says he will use thee, but if thou have nothing, he will forsake you. So when you're done doing what the Lord has ordained you to do, he don't need you for nothing anymore, man. So guess what? He's gonna eradicate you, man. And that's the funny part about it, man. That's the funny part about it, that this dude thinks he's doing it on his own. But guess what? The Lord is behind it, man. And that's when, we're going to go out, man. Lord's will apply that number and just destroy these people,
Round
man.
them out. We're going to round them up, and we're going to give them some work. We got some jobs for y'all to do. It said that they shall sever out, and Ezekiel said they shall sever out continual employment. All right, continual employment. And it says in the book of Isaiah, it says that we shall get the forces of the Gentiles, man, of these other nations. Lord willing, we a part of that number. New Jerusalem coming down from heaven. We're gonna go around the world gathering up slaves, man. The scriptures talk, like the brother said, the scriptures talk about what's gonna happen after America is destroyed, man. And Lord willing, we are the elect, we're gonna get to see it all play out, man. I want to see it. I want to be there. You know what I'm saying? I want to be there when the elect is getting crowned. I want to be there hearing the songs being sung in the heavens, standing on the sea of glass. I want to be there, man. That's something I do not want to miss. I want to be there getting off the chariots, man.
I want to welcome my Lord, though. It's like your king coming back. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome back.
Like, hey, the city gonna be in a state of rejoice, man. Man, the king coming home, we finna give him a hell of a welcome.
Yeah, like when they would come home from war.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody would be hyped, the women is screaming. Saul killed his thousands. King David killed his tens of thousands. That's when the king would come. Well, the king is about to come.
It's gonna be sung, man. Yahweh Shai's slain was laid from one end of the earth to the other, man. Like it's prophesied.
Slain of the Lord shall be many.
The Most High is gonna send his only begotten Son, man, to come bring justice upon this earth. Yeah. So Lord willing, man, we hope that was edifying. The Wadi Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai for giving us the spirit to do this lesson. So, hey, man, we're going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh. Yahweh Shai, Double honors to our apostles and elders, great no soul, peace, blessings, salutations to all you brothers who preach, teach, and walk in righteousness, man, to the best of your ability. Hey, shalom.
Let's go, champ. Have you guys seen that video of the chariots, a sign of his coming?